All right, guys, welcome back to Beamer & Son Garage. Our last video was the Mach 1 fuel sending unit replacement, and you guys seen how easy that was. I checked the time on that. It was 15 minutes. The gas tank out on the ground, sending unit in, gas tank back in. It took 15 minutes. So you guys can see how easy it is, to do this kind of work. It's not hard. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes effort, sure. It takes effort. It takes determination, to get the job done, So our job is right here. Our job is to get the Challenger out of the garage. So we got to change the tire on the Mach. We got to take the tire off and swap out a tire or try to fix that tire. I'm not really sure. So we're looking for a hubcap tool. So we come in the garage to look for a hubcap tool, and I can't find it. I don't know why. I put it somewhere. I remember seeing it last week, looking for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to need that, No, I don't know when I put it at. I can't find it, so our organization skills are still lacking 10 years into this garage. I moved in this garage 10 years ago from a house that we had to move out in a hurry. And everything was just put in here and just dropped, nothing was organized, nothing was arranged, and you can tell. And 10 years later, our organization skills aren't much better, We got a suitcase there full of parts, and I thought that was, my organization was that. So, and I can, barely even get in there without something falling. So we're going to have to wing it today with no hubcap tool. One good thing was happened because of me coming in here looking for the hubcap tool. I found my punches and my chisels. I've been looking for these. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I've been struggling for punches and chisels, and I found a whole set, and I think I see a second set over here. Pretty sure that's the second set of chisels. I'm not sure. Let's see what it is. Is it the second set of punches? No. It's a whole set of wrenches. Pittsburgh. And they're metric. Well. Look what the cat drug in there, huh? So we got some good tools here. Just, got to arrange things and clean things up. And, right here, we're going to start with this car right here. We're going to start getting this car cleaned off, down on its feet, finish this window here. Put everything back inside, other than just this driver's seat. I'm not putting the interior right back in it. Door panels, yes. And then we're going to fire this bad boy up. Should have turned on the light for the camera so you can see it better. But that's a 340. It's got a racing TA block, which the TA means Trans Am. So the block is a racing block. This is a bad boy right here. This is my 74 Challenger. With, I don't know what year TA block. I'm going to say 70. I haven't ran the numbers. But let's get at what we're doing here. Because the Mach has to be moved, the hearse, the box truck, and the rollback. And then I can get this great car of ours out. And I can fire this thing up for you guys back at home that can listen to this radical 340 and the 456 posi that's in it. And I did a bunch of work to it. I replaced this frame rail. I painted a hole underneath of it. This frame rail over here needs change. We're not going to do that right now. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So let's get to the Mach. So I'm going to put you on this apparatus. You guys still there? Yeah, you're still there. I'm going to put you on this apparatus we got here that my great son got for me. All right, here we go. I just dropped the phone. You guys still there? Yeah, you're still there. Okay, let's try this again. Doesn't want to sit in there. For some reason. There it is. Okay. So you guys are secured. I think this time you're not going to fall. At least I hope not. So because we don't have the proper hubcap tool, we're going to have to improvise with what we got here. And what we got here is just a typical screwdriver, one of my favorite kinds, magnetic. And we're gonna take the duty ring off. There's the duty ring and an old crowbar, just an old tire iron to pop the hubcap off. Look at that dirt. And we're gonna jack it up. This is the jack that the plunger don't want to pop up on. These are some 215 60 15s. They don't have 10 miles on them. My son bought these tires probably 12, 13 years ago, and they've just been sitting around. And well, there you go. That's what happens when you let a tire sit around. You don't use it. You don't abuse it. You don't get no use out of it. Oh. Okay, here we go. Should be a 13/16. And our sockets are over here. And there we go. Now we're going to try to go green with our power performance tool from AutoZone, 24 volt. We don't think it's going to have enough guts to do it. It does. I just fully charged it. These were put on most likely by a Ford last time. Come on, babe. And we got one and one up. So, we got an impact, earthquake, central pneumatic, Harbor Freight. Yeah, it made sense to me to that. This baby's probably, I don't know, it's 400 torque or something, 4 pounds of torque. It's a bad son of a gun. Okay, this wheel hadn't been off in a long time. Comes right off. Let's look at the Mach here. Take you off the apparatus here, guys. She's got the 9-inch. She's got some air shocks. She's got the dual exhaust going on, and there's all kinds of new metal work that's been done to this thing. Frame rails, rear frame rails, trunk floors all new in this car. Floor pans are new. Just check to make sure you're still working. And this is a real 69 Mach 1. You can see the stripes. Those are Mach 1 stripes. They're not been added on. These are original. It's original paint. Red. This is my baby. I've had this car since 1982. You go around to the back here and you'll see the reflective stripe that's on the back and the Mach 1 insignia right there. This is the real deal Holyfield. This is no clone. This is no fake, you know. This is a 69 Mach 1. Numbers matching car too. I love this car. I hope you guys like it as much as I do, because I've been in love with this car since the 80s. I remember when I bought it, the original owner. And the engine, we've talked about this engine several times. This engine is a 351 Windsor, and it's a numbers matching original engine. It was a 250 horsepower 2-barrel factory, but I had the engine rebuilt by the great Kevin Mahoney. He had a shop called the Mach Shop. And Kevin, he completely redid this thing. And what he did was he took it and he took it to another level. He punched it 30 over and put in 10.5-to-1 slug pistons, flat top, TRW flat top pistons in it. Then the heads were redone by him with I think a 3-angle valve job and a special cam he spec'd out for it that was matching to an intake and a carburetor that you see sitting on it. Torque 2 intake, 750 dual line, single pump, vacuum secondary Holley carburetor. It's all matching. I had to buy that carburetor just for his setup. Then the distributor itself is a new distributor my son just recently picked up for me offline. It's a HEI distributor made for a pit of Ford. The firing order on this thing is not the typical 351 Windsor firing order. This has a 302 firing order. So the cam, I guess it's a 302 cam, but the cam is spec matched to the pistons, intake, and carb. And here's the fuel line all hooked up. And I got to hook up. That's it. This thing's ready to go. Ready to put a battery and some gas in the tank, see if it leaks, make sure it doesn't leak. And this puppy will be running. The only thing I can think of besides the brakes that have to have some done work to it is a new clutch in it. I have to adjust that the clutch rod. It has to have a little adjustment done to it, and it'd be perfecto. Then I need 2 bolts on the shock, or excuse me, on the brace tower for the shocks, for the shock towers. There's 2 bolts I'm missing over there, right there for this brace right here. So I'm gonna find 2 bolts, and I'll find 2, I'm sure, in a collection of parts that I've been collecting for years and years and years. Okay, guys, so you see what we're doing? We're going to get on this tire. You'll have to wait to the next video for that. We're going to try to dismount this tire by hand and show you guys how to do one by hand. So stay tuned for the next one, guys. And I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.